Hey everyone, so the car that I was dealing with was the 2011 V60. One day I was just driving around and every single electrical item was flagged on my dashboard. So the first message that came up was SRS Service Urgent, and then I've had lane departure issue, traction control, ABS, pedestrian, bliss, and all sorts. Cruise control, everything was not working. All of the items can't possibly come up all in one go. So I knew it's something electrical. I knew it's probably going to be one item that needs replacing. I've scanned through various forums and I found people saying that there is an issue with CEM. This is like the electrical unit, which is normally situated just underneath the passenger side footwell. In some models, what happens is that there is a pipe for the windscreen wiper, and this pipe somehow leaks and there is some form of a water ingress that occurs, and basically it causes an issue with contacts. And so a lot of people, what they did was remove the CEM, clean the contacts, put everything back together, and it works. What I did in the first instance was take the car to the local garage because my car needed service anyway. They scanned it. The garage did not have VIDA, but the scan did tell them that there is no communication with the SRS module. SRS module on these cars, on my V60 and S60 and older cars as well, it's basically situated just underneath your armrest. Again, went back to the forums, had read about the SRS modules, the repair, and pretty much everyone says that these are not repairable, which was a bit of a surprise for me. So I still continued digging and I found one post of a guy saying that if you find exactly the same module that has not been involved in a car accident, same part number, then it's basically a plug and play scenario. Just before I experimented with this idea, what I did was I contacted two Volvo specialists down south, and I've asked them to tell me if this is possible. To my surprise, these guys that I've rang, they were like, no, it's not possible at all. No, you can't recode it, you can't do this and that. Literally just want to make money off you. And these two specialists, they were adamant that there is nothing you can do, that buying a used SRS module will not solve the problem, and so on and so forth. I was quoted £899 to get a new module and fit it and code it to the car. I decided to remove my old module, and I found a company called Crash Data, and I'm not being sponsored by them, but this company apparently deals with SRS modules of various cars, and they repair modules, they can reprogram it and whatnot. So I've removed my module, sent it off to them, and unfortunately they were unable to repair it because, as the garage previously told me, it has no comms. It only costed £45. Basically, I send it off to them, they return it next day. They're very quick. So the next step for me was to buy a used SRS module. I've contacted one guy on eBay who had exactly the same SRS module as me for sale. And the first question that I've asked them is, has this module comes from a car that has been involved in a car accident or not? And the guy was like, nope, the car has not been involved in a car accident, no airbags deployed, etc., etc. I was like, fine. So I paid 70 something pounds for it, delivered, installed, and guess what? Same messages came up. I found a very good electrician. He has VIDA, he has everything. The guy knows his stuff, and he had a lot of Volvos brought to him to do lots of electrical work. He ran VIDA, and there was a stored code, basically, locked code that cannot be unlocked, which means this module was taken from a car that has been involved in a car accident, and airbags have definitely been deployed. So I contact the eBay seller, and he's like, oh, no, definitely it hasn't been deployed, definitely. And I was like, send him the proof and show him the VIDA scan and everything. I was like, mate, the module is faulty. It's been deployed anyway. Long story short, I send this module to Crash Data. They provide me with all the information. They removed all the codes, repair it completely, send it back to me the next day. I plugged it back in, took it to the electrician again. The electrician ran all the codes, VIDA, cleared all the codes, and then we had to recalibrate the car so that it communicates with the module. So there's a procedure that VIDA told him. So basically like stop the car, start the car, turn the wheel 45 degrees left, 45 degrees right, hard accelerate, stop, switch off the car, turn it back on. Some couple of things that we had to do, and bam, all works. They saved a lot of money, and I've busted the myth, the fact that you can buy a used SRS module and you can install them in your car so long as the part number completely matches. Bonus is, of course, if you can find the SRS module exactly from similar car as yours, basically. I'm gonna post a quick video, guys, to show you how easy it is to remove the SRS module and send it off, or you know, if you need to replace it, etc. So it takes about 15 minutes max to remove the center console. You don't need to remove the whole thing at all. I did not remove everything. I just wiggled things around, basically. But yeah, good luck, guys. Enjoy, and I hope it helps. Thanks a lot for watching. So first things first, of course, troubleshooting wise, you check that your battery is all good, because on most occasions, a faulty battery, that is the car battery up front, a low battery will cause all sorts of electrical faults in your Volvo, and of course in any other car as well. So the first thing that you want to do is check the battery. Second thing, check the CEM module just underneath the footwell. So you have to remove the cover here and just kind of get all of this backwards like that. It's quite an easy job, and then you'll see the CEM module just there. But if you do happen to have a local garage or someone with a VIDA code reader, of course it's best to have the car scanned, and then you'll be able to pinpoint exactly what needs to be done. So the first thing that I need to do is disconnect the battery, and then I'll need to remove this bit here, this part here. I'll need to unscrew 2 screws right at the back. I will need to unscrew a couple of, I think there's 4 screws underneath there. Move this, wiggle this around, remove this, and the SRS module is going to be there. I'll be able to read the part number of the SRS module. I will go to Crash Data. I think it's called crashdata.co.uk. They have a service of repairing these modules. And I'll be able to send this off to them. They'll repair it for me, and that's basically job done. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that sometimes the wiring underneath both seats, they can be damaged, or you just need to reconnect them, because that may possibly get you the codes on the dashboard. So here is the battery, and of course first things first is remove the connection so that you don't get electrocuted. Excuse the dirty car, but as you can see right there is where there's 2 screws situated, one right over here and one on the other side. T25 that I'm using to remove these in the first instance. So then I believe the first thing that I need to remove is this bit here. Unfortunately, I do not have a special plastic prying tool, so I'll have to use this with cloth so that I don't damage the plastic around. Ooh, that was quite a bit of work. As you can see, it's pop in here, here, on the other side, and 2 at the bottom as well. So I've removed this, and this is the reason why I needed to remove this bit here, because I need to disconnect 2 of these screws there. Not so fast. I completely forgot that you need to unscrew these as well. Another 4. All done and dusted. So now what you need to do is simply wiggle this part out. I'm not going to remove the whole fountain. I'm just going to move it around because there are, I believe, a couple of screws right underneath there. So I just need to move this away so that I can lift this whole bit here. And those screws, by the way, they're tiny. Well, tiny comparing to the long ones, so do keep your hand like this so that they don't fall somewhere over there, because that's one of the nightmares. Because as you can see, if anything falls over there, you'll need to remove the whole thing here to get those screws basically. Oh my goodness, so much sweat. So this has been moved out of the way. 2 of the screws underneath there, same T25 removed, and final bits I need to remove this little bit here. I'll try to use my right hand. There you go, and there you can see 4 screws, and then I'll be able to lift this center console and get to my module. So what you need to do next is, of course, remove this bit, because there's a cigarette lighter socket thing here. Otherwise the whole center console is not going to move out, so make sure you unplug it here. And now I think this whole thing is able to move out of your way to get to, ta-da, the module. So here is the module. I've just removed 4 screws. Now I'm going to remove the harness here, send this off to Crash Data. They're going to restore it, put a new software, reset all the codes, and repair it basically to figure out why it's not connecting with the module. Send it back to me for a fraction of the cost. I think it's about 60-70 pounds. They repair it next day, send it back to me, and that's it. Dealer wants 950 to 1,000 pounds just for the module, and then labor. Independent garage that deals with Volvo has quoted me with labor 889 pounds. I'm gonna probably fix it for like 65 quid plus postage. So I'll let you know what happens next.